It is Tuesday. It is 6:43. Kicking off news to go with a live look as the sun rises up over our city, over our states. Temperatures comfortable now, but we do have changes on the way that you do need to be aware of.
Yeah, so maybe roll those windows down, open the windows at your house for a short period of time, because with the heat also comes the humidity back in the forecast and rain chances as you're making your plans for the next handful of days.
I mean, there are places to go tomorrow to watch fireworks. Thursday, as we take a look at the forecast, it's going to feel like July, right? We warm things up today, then add in the humidity tonight, and then we're looking at off and on storms as we look toward the holiday weekend. So starting point this morning is awesome. Clear skies, low humidity. It is 61 officially at the airport, but you'll notice most towns are actually much cooler than that. We've got 51 in Fairfield. We've got 53 in Loveland and Mason. Cleves, you're at 54. Union, Kentucky, you're at 58. We're going to see some sunshine this morning and then eventually this afternoon. Temperatures climbing through the 80s with a high expected around 90 degrees. Yes, it's hot, but the humidity holds off until later this evening. And then tomorrow, we're in the thick of it along with some storms. You can see Wednesday at noon, we're still dry, but I think between noon and 2 o'clock, we start to see those first storms bubble up. Most likely time frame for storms on Wednesday is 4 to 8 p.m. However, there still could be some tomorrow night. You can see 9:30, 10 o'clock. There's still some scattered rain in the area and kind of a similar scenario for Thursday on the 4th. So the next few days, today warmer, 91, tomorrow 94. Feeling like 100 unless it's storming on you. And then we have more frequent rounds of storms on Thursday for the 4th. So make sure as you make your outdoor plans, you know where you're going to go when one of those storms hits. All right, let's see if you're going to hit any traffic on your way to work this morning. Katie?
It's some minor slowdowns this morning, but it's not unusual for this time of the day. Seeing the inbound lanes towards Cincinnati on the Cut in the Hill becoming a little bit more traffic heavy. Southbound side moving a little bit faster, but definitely seeing more volume of cars just in the last 30 minutes or so. We've got one breakdown to report here through the 275 loop. It's going to be your only problem here on 75 North. It's at the Norwood Lateral. It's going to have the right-hand shoulder blocked, but we're not seeing any kind of slowdowns building in that area this morning. Up north in Butler and Warren County on 75 and 71, we're still reporting green on the roadways there. No breakdowns, crashes. Union Center to the Norwood Lateral on 75 South at 10 minutes. Wards Corner to 71 on 275 West at a 5-minute drive. Then Harrison to 75 on 74 East. About 22 minutes. Your drive on the Cut in the Hill from 275 to the Brent Spence at about 8 minutes for that travel time. Stephen?
Katie, thank you. We are leading the way with breaking news this morning after a man was rushed to the hospital after a shooting in Over the Rhine. It happened at the corner of Green and Republic Streets shortly before 1 a.m. Police tell us the victim was shot at least twice. He was rushed to UC Medical Center where he is expected to survive. So far, police have not shared any suspect information.
Developing on WLWT, an update to a story we brought you as breaking news all yesterday morning. 5 people shot, 3 people killed after a shooting near UC Medical Center in Corryville. Now, this morning, police have not announced any arrests. And WLWT News 5's Richard Childs joining us live with what we're still working to learn, still more than 24 hours later. Richard.
Now, Kelly, police not releasing the ages and names of any of those victims. 3 people dead, still not identified by Cincinnati police. This shooting taking place more than 24 hours ago. The investigation continues ongoing. Now, yesterday, of course, photographer Greg Ray and myself watching police as they investigated more than 12 hours yesterday morning intersection of Highland and University Avenue. Now, this is just blocks away from the University of Cincinnati's campus, and we witnessed dozens of evidence markers being placed, bullet holes in several vehicles. Police continuing their investigation again at this time, not releasing any suspect information, but we were told yesterday that there was a person of interest that was being interviewed. As police continue their investigation, we'll continue to follow this story, bring you more as it develops. Reporting live this morning, Richard Childs, WLWT News 5.
Richard, thank you. 6:47. One person was hospitalized after a multi-car crash involving a semi. It happened on State Route 129 in Monroe around 6 last night. You can see at least 3 cars and that semi were involved. At least one person was taken to a hospital. We're still trying to get an update on their condition. We're told everybody else involved had minor injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
Westchester police investigating the death of a woman who was found near a wooded area over the weekend. She's been identified as 33-year-old Brittany Sands from Kentucky. Westchester police say her body was found along Schumacher West Park Drive just before 6 o'clock Sunday night. Police investigating her death as suspicious. Anyone with information about Sands or her death should contact Westchester Police.
A Reading man is back in jail, indicted on new charges connected to a series of thefts back in April. Police arrested 32-year-old Jeremy Grew last week. Officers say during a search of his apartment, they found several stolen items, including an iPad, iPhone, credit and debit cards. He's also accused of stealing a Lexus from Kennedy Heights. Right now, he's facing 5 counts of receiving stolen property. His bond was set at $50,000. Now, he was also facing that same charge in 2018 when he ran from Blue Ash Police and assaulted 2 officers during the chase. He was found guilty and served 3 years in prison.
The medical marijuana program unfolding right now in northern Kentucky. Applications open for businesses who would be looking to set up shop. Now, the question is, where will they be allowed to open in Kentucky? WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak has an update on the communities where they stand when it comes to medical marijuana access. Danielle.
Kelly, the whole process here is very complex. The state leaving up to both cities and counties to decide where they want to play, what role they want to play when it comes to medical marijuana. So those options are opt in, opt out, or let voters decide. So around northern Kentucky, here are how things are shaking out. Boone County opted out. Leaders in Dayton and Erlanger opted in. Florence, Bellevue, and Union will let voters decide in November. Other places like Newport, Covington, and Fort Wright, things are still up in the air. Now, cities do have until the end of the year to decide what role they do want to play when it comes to medical marijuana. Now, medical marijuana doesn't take effect in Kentucky until next year. So lots to unpack here. We have a full lineup on our website right now over at WLWT.com. Reporting live in Kenton County, Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
Danielle, thank you. 6:50 now. Developing on WLWT, almost 200 gravestones were vandalized at a Jewish cemetery, and now the FBI is getting involved. The feds are trying to find the person or people responsible for the destruction. The damage spans 2 sections of the Covedale Cemetery complex. The incident is believed to have occurred sometime between June 25th and yesterday. You can see them all knocked over on your screen there. The damage to the tombstones dates back to the late 1800s.
Happening today, the city of Hamilton working to prepare for emergencies across the area. The police department and the Butler County Emergency Management Agency holding training today. Hamilton police will be doing an active shooter training from 9 a.m. to noon at the Fitton Center in Hamilton. So if you see an increased police presence in that area, likely just that training, not an actual emergency. And then from 1 to 3, the EMA will share a presentation on weather prep, evacuation, and safety procedures. 6:51 and happening today, local leaders meeting to discuss property tax in Cincinnati. City Council's task force is holding a special public meeting this afternoon. It was formed earlier this year as organizations across Cincinnati try to free up $50 million to keep taxes down. The lawmakers will be discussing several police proposals and property tax solutions. That meeting happening, again, it's a public meeting at 2 o'clock this afternoon at City Hall.
6:51 now to an update on that ongoing uncertainty in Mason City schools. The school board sending us a statement after another day without a deal with the teachers union. The board says it's encouraged by the progress they're making in contract negotiations. The board has been in talks with the union since February. It could be difficult to start the school year if both sides still can't agree. The union said there are no dates on the calendar for future bargaining. The school system, however, tells us they've offered up several but haven't agreed to any just yet.
We are days away, well, some days away, from fireworks displays across greater Cincinnati for Independence Day, the official ones. It's enjoyable for many families, but right now is a time to plan ahead to keep your pets safe. They don't quite understand what's going on. And WLWT News 5's Giacomo Luca has the tips ahead of the busy holiday and the gatherings. Giacomo.
Yeah, Kelly, we know each year around July 4th, animal shelters fill up, being inundated by lost and runaway pets. That's why pet experts tell us it's really important this time of year to keep them both comfortable and take a few precautions to make sure they're safe this holiday.
Where's Tixan? Where's Maggie? Go get Maggie. Where's Maggie? Go find her. Where's she?
That's Westside native Jim Burns, pet detective. He spent the last 20 years helping thousands of families find lost pets, but he says he'd rather your pets stay safe at home so he doesn't have to break out his hound dogs. A few things to keep in mind. indoors and kenneled is the safest during fireworks. And when you go for a walk, remember tight leashes and collars, and of course, up-to-date tags and microchips, also very important. And following the celebration, very important also to take a look around your yard for any debris like fireworks or anything left over from the barbecue that your dog could maybe pick up and think it's food, but could be very dangerous. We're live this morning in Mount Adams. Giacomo Luca, WLWT News 5.
All great tips there, Giacomo. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. 6:53. It's official. As of last night, Kings Island is now a Six Flags theme park. The park's parent company, Cedar Fair, and Six Flags announced that they have completed a merger, creating the largest amusement park company in America. The new company is now known as Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. Together, both companies operate dozens of theme parks, water parks, and resort properties across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. The merger is worth an estimated $8 billion.
Listen up, pub sub lovers. Publix confirms plans for another store in northern Kentucky. It'll be the company's third grocery store to take on Kroger on home turf. Publix officials telling us the store will go up at the northeast corner of Harris Pike and Madison Pike. The company does not have an opening date just yet.
The Reds are back in action tonight after taking a day to rest up. They'll be in the Big Apple for a 3-game series with the Yankees. Game 1 in New York is tonight. First pitch is at 7:05. We'll have all of your big stories and what you need to know to start your day on our daily podcast, 5 on 5 and 5. You can find it and subscribe to it wherever you get your podcasts.
And right now we're going to get a check on traffic. Has definitely been light this week, Katie. I think a lot of people enjoying the week.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing the same story here at 71 at Red Bank. It's usually a really traffic heavy spot this time of the morning. It's just not the case right now. So hopefully folks getting their holiday started a little bit early today. Right hand shoulder remains blocked on 75 north, just past the Norwood Lateral. So we have a stalled vehicle there. It's not impacting traffic flow on that stretch of 75, which is also usually quite heavy this morning. Only slowdowns that we're seeing right now are in 71. 75. They're going to be from about Buttermilk up to Kyles right now. Traffic speeds there between 45 and 25 miles per hour, and that'll likely start to back into downtown as we head through the next hour or so. Tylersville to downtown on 75 south at a 20-minute commute, and then your detour from the Norwood Lateral to Fort Washington Way at 8 minutes on 71 south. CBG Drive about 8 minutes on 71 75 south from downtown. Randy, that heat is coming back today.
But this morning, oh, it feels nice. You head out to the car, take a walk to work. We're looking at temperatures right now in the low 60s or even upper 50s. By the time we get to noon, we're at 79, and we top out today pretty close to 90 degrees. You'll notice a difference in how it feels outside from the early morning into the evening, but the humidity doesn't get really high until we get to tomorrow. So let's take a look at it. Your 7-day forecast shows for Wednesday, 94 the high with dew points in the low 70s. It's going to feel like around 100, except when it's storming on you. And those storms are possible as early as 1 or 2 o'clock, but I think they're most numerous on Wednesday between 4 and 8 p.m. Still some spotty rain chances around at fireworks time for communities setting off the fireworks on Wednesday. As for Thursday, rounds of rain and thunderstorms, they start in the morning. Could see more in the middle of the afternoon. Scattered rain chances linger at fireworks time, so something we'll have to watch closely. So for your plans for a festival or parade or whatever, you know, obviously don't cancel them, but know where you're going to go. Know where you're going to park, easily accessible to where you're going to be in case you need shelter from storms.
Absolutely. If you're at a park, yeah, that's where you got to know those plans. Randy, thank you so much. Of course, we will continue to follow that as we get through the next couple of days. Today's show is just minutes away, and we are back in 25 minutes with more news, weather, and traffic. Enjoy the beautiful morning.